And our first guest this week is Mr. Dean Janes. He is the CEO of Imaging 3 Incorporated, stock symbols IMGG. Dean, it's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah, it's great to be back.
Well, welcome back to the program. For those who might have missed you the first time you were on with us, middle of last year, the company is a long-standing medical device manufacturer, distributor, third-party service provider. Yes. And that's what it says at the website. Tell us what all that means.
Well, I started the company out of the back of my car in 1993 to do service and remanufacturing of X-ray equipment. And around 2002, we changed our focus. My idea was brought to the attention of a major investor who told us to go down this path. We started out looking to see if that IP was available, real-time 3D imaging, and we went with Pillsbury Winthrop, did the third largest patent attorney law firm in the country, did an extensive patent search and found that the space was wide open. So we went through this whole process, took the company public, through the over-the-counter bulletin board, and we've been in development of this product ever since. It's been exciting.
Well, it's an amazing product. It's a breakthrough medical technology. It's called Dominion, which produces 3D medical diagnostic images, as you said, in real time. What's the significance of that?
Well, there's a lot of 3D products out there in the market today, but most of it, well, all of it is post-processing. Most people don't realize the 3D images that you see from, say, a CT or an MR take roughly 20-30 minutes to do the imagery, to actually acquire the imagery, and then another 20-30 minutes, to do the three-dimensional imaging. And then it's not real time. It's of days ago or weeks ago. Right. So our device actually acquires the imagery and displays it in 3 dimensions in real time. It's a circular gantry. It uses X-ray technology, scans in 360 degrees every 0.2 to 0.8 of a second. Takes those images and instantly displays them in 3 dimensions. So, this device is good for diagnostic purposes, but it's also good for interventional use. It's mobile. It plugs into regular wall power, fits through a regular room door. So it has a lot of advantages over existing technology today.
Well, I think that's key, and we've talked about that on this program when you were with us the last time, that in many cases, if a healthcare facility or a hospital wants to bring in a new MRI machine or a new X-ray machine, they're talking about taking out a wall. Oh, yeah. And they're bringing in a team of electricians to run 220 wire in this thing. Yeah. Your thing rolls right in the front door, up the elevator, so to speak, and plugs into a regular 110 outlet.
Absolutely, and can be used throughout the hospital. It's not a fixed system. So, typically fixed systems have, a certain amount of, or certain types of procedures that they can only perform. You have to bring the patient to them. This device can move throughout the entire facility. It could be used half of the day in the OR, brought into interventional radiology, or even having systems sitting in a hallway to be used in ER. That's, one of our marketing strategies is saying that this isn't actually going to be, hospitals aren't only going to purchase one of these, they may purchase multiple systems to have them throughout the hospital.
If you'd like to see some remarkable images that the Dominion can produce, go to their website, imaging3.com. That's imaging, the number 3.com. And again, call us for more information, 888-259-4449. Now, Dean, you kind of had an early Christmas present last year. You went to a conference last December, I think it was in Chicago, where you were displaying this at a Radiological Society conference. You had some pretty good response. Oh,
we had excellent response, not only from potential customers. The Radiological Society of North America in Chicago, it's held every Thanksgiving, right after Thanksgiving, and over 70,000 physicians from all over the world attend this conference. We were the darling of the show. Major vendors kept coming by to see our product, as well as physicians from all over. We were really excited from the response.
That's great. Now, looking at the data specifically, how does the data that the Dominion produces different from what most of us are familiar with, say, X-rays or an MRI or even a CT scan?
Well, it's very similar. Okay. It's similar in the sense that this would be very similar to a mobile fluoro CT system, but a real-time imaging device that can give you slice data, as a CT scanner or an MR would show, but also show that real-time 3D imagery that is necessary when performing minimally invasive surgical techniques. So you're getting a multi-purpose device that can not only help with diagnosis, but also can do interventional work like spinal surgery or vascular surgery, guiding a catheter in real time in the human body.
Wow. Now, of course, medical imaging is becoming so important, not only in diagnostics, but as you say now, as well as in treatment. But many healthcare facilities are being faced with budgetary issues that constrain themselves when they're trying to make purchases. But these two issues actually play right into your business model, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. Being mobile is very key, but also having multifunctionality. Being able to augment and add to the capabilities of an imaging center or of a hospital by being able to use it for surgery purposes, but also diagnosis purposes. You know, CT scanners today, if you want to get a patient in the ER to a CT, they have to wait to fit into the queue.
Right.
You know, so that patient, you know, could suffer trauma, you know, waiting to get in there. Our device you can bring to the patient, scan them right there.
Wow. And of course, your particular unit, the Dominion, has a very competitive cost structure versus other alternative medical imaging devices, correct?
Oh, absolutely, as much as 1/3 the cost of a CT scanner. And you know, the device is comparable to what devices that do mobile fluoroscopy, C-arms and other devices. So yeah, around $550,000, it's a bargain.
And you don't have to tear out any walls to install it.
Absolutely, and plug it into regular wall power. You don't use some exotic form of electricity.
The company's Imaging 3 Incorporated, stock symbols IMGG. Our toll-free number, good from anywhere in the world for free information, is 888-259-4449. Now, Dean, I know that you're in the process of working with the FDA for approval. Once you achieve that, and I should mention that you have experience with the FDA, I'll let you tell us about that in a moment, but once you do achieve FDA approval, how soon do you suppose manufacturing can begin?
Immediately. We're working through market partners, and I'm even going to overseas this next month or so to work with overseas partners to help us with lowering our costs for manufacturing. All of our manufacturing will be done here in the United States, assembly and testing, but we'll have an overseas partner as well.
Now, for anyone who's watching the program and hearing that you're awaiting FDA approval, saying, "Oh my God, that's going to take 10 years," you've actually got a lot of experience with that. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, yeah, this is my 5th 510K. It's taking longer than what I had anticipated, but it's not really a question of if it'll be approved. It's really a question of when. I feel really confident. We've made a lot of strides with the FDA lately, and I think we're really close.
Now, once that does come, as you mentioned, you can begin production immediately. Now, you're planning on being involved in the manufacturing as opposed to just licensing, correct?
Well, absolutely. We're going to take this product out and sell it directly. Now, we've talked to a lot of market partners that may want to do some private labeling of our product, but we'll be manufacturing this directly. Okay.
Now, once you're in full production, and like I said, you've gone to certain things, you've been displaying the technology, you were the darling of the show back in Chicago.
Yeah.
Do you foresee any difficulty in meeting what you probably have as pent-up demand for this product?
No, not really. It's a good problem to have. I mean, it's harder to start selling products when you're starting to try to find people to buy it. You know, we've been at these trade shows for a few years now, and we've developed a very strong following. So, you know, we're really not going to have a problem meeting the demand. But it's also nice to have that set up. I mean, we typically look at, when you purchase one of these devices, getting a 50% deposit up front.
Okay. And again, you mentioned that the device sells for about $550,000, which is approximately 1/3 of some other, I'll call them competing devices, so to speak. But you also, when you sell one, there's also a maintenance agreement that goes along with that, correct?
Well, absolutely, and that's another revenue source. I mean, you look at a device that costs roughly $550,000. 10% of that is typically what an annual service contract runs for, and you know, the life of the equipment's probably going to be around 10 years.
Okay.
So that's another $500,000 in revenue.
Outstanding. Again, Imaging 3 Incorporated, IMGG is the stock symbol. Why is this a good time right now, Dean, for folks to take a closer look at this company at this stage?
Well, I think we're exactly what most people look for. We're one of these companies that it's on the verge of going towards their milestones. FDA approval is right around the corner. Our stock price is relatively inexpensive. I see great things happening with this company, and it's a great time to be involved in it.
Well, we're very pleased to begin coverage of the company once again. I know we covered you about the middle of last year.
Yes.
Really enjoyed talking with you. I'm looking forward to the progress here over the next 3 months or so. Thanks for joining us on the program
Well, thanks
again.
for having me again.